The biggest story of the week probably was Adam Warren going back to the bullpen. How difficult a decision was that for you?
Really difficult because he had pitched as well as any starter that we've had, but he's also pitched extremely effective in the bullpen. And he did what we wanted Tuesday. We brought him in. He gave us 2 1/3 innings. He kept the score the same, 2-1. We ended up losing the game, but he did exactly what we wanted to give us a chance to win that game. He pitches well in the extra inning game, and it's really hard. And our concern is he hasn't started in 3 or 4 years, and he hasn't had the innings. So he's already at almost 90 innings, and it's not even the All-Star break, and we had concerns.
Now, when it comes to Warren, you know, he wanted to be a starter. He had worked hard, and as you mentioned, he really excelled in the role. How hard was the news for him to take?
Well, I think it was difficult. I think he handled it probably like we expected. He was very professional about it and said, I'll do whatever it takes. I told him, you know, after he threw that 2 1/3 inning the other night, I said, well, we're going to give you a couple days off. We'll see how you feel. He pitches Friday, and then I tell him, well, let's see how you feel. I'll probably give you like 3 days off now. He said, well, just let me see how I feel Sunday. I mean, he wants to be in games, and he wants to pitch important innings, and he's going to for us. And we think, you know, and I'm not saying he's not going to make any more starts. I mean, you get to a point where he's not as built up. But if we can just slow down his innings a little bit, I think it's important.
Now, Andrew Miller, a piece in that pen who you've been without, yet the bullpen continues to pitch very well. When do you think you might get him back in there?
Well, our hope is to get him back sometime, you know, hopefully next week. We just got to see. And you got to see how he feels. You know, everyone wants us to put an exact date on it. But he's, you know, we got to send him out on a rehab and see how he feels and see if he's ready to go. And if he's ready to go, we'll bring him back.
Is there any temptation to say, hey, let's just wait till after the All-Star break?
No, because if he's healthy, we're going to be able to use him.
Okay. Now, the pitching decision you made in the rotation, CC Sabathia getting some more time. He gets, I believe it's 8 or 9 days between starts. What went into that decision, Joe?
Well, we just felt that he could use it. He's been working on some things. You know, we've done it with Michael, we did it with Tanaka, we've done it with Adam, that sometimes they could just use a little recharging, and that's what we're trying to do. I mean, he has not missed a start, and we were concerned about him making 32 starts with some of the health issues, and we just think it'll allow him to recharge a little bit.
Masahiro Tanaka has back-to-back poor starts before he bounces back with a nice start against the Rays. Just want to take you to the mentality. When he has 2 bad outings, Joe, it's not like anybody else because the reaction is he's hurt, right? I mean, that's the natural reaction whenever he struggles. Do you yourself ever find yourself wondering, is he healthy when he struggles? Or do you look at it and say, well, he just had a rough start?
He just had a rough start. If I see a guy throw a ball 95, 96, he's not hurt. If he's not grabbing his elbow after throwing a ball 95, 96, he's not hurt. He's physically okay. It's just getting consistent stuff.
And in the start against the Rays, he mentioned that he threw a lot more four-seamers. How much do you think that helped him after a rocky first inning to settle down and give you guys a nice start?
Well, I think when he throws more four-seamers, there's a bigger discrepancy between his off-speed and the velocity. And I think it can help sometimes. And sometimes it's easier to locate and make better pitches.